tut.
The yacht is now protected from aerial attacks.
every space ranger.
What the fuck? Anyone? You gotta be shitting me, egghead. Listen up. I will not, repeat, will not serve with women or open homosexuals.
Oh, I love them all. If you peek over the top of the changing room, ooh, it's like a live show.
I ain't handing out no fruity cake leaflets. I need real military hold-down shit. I mean entire planets on fire, screaming children, you know, that sort of thing.
Also, here are your new squad mates under our rewritten tolerance policy. Private Luke.
Sir.
And First Sergeant Vanessa. Commander.
Girl?
Girls fight like kitty cats.
And a gay dude? How am I supposed to focus on killing the enemy's family and burning his house down if I'm worried about some guy looking at my hoo-ha?
Now, it's a hoo-ha on him.
Together, I feel your pain.
Impotent Ray.
Eat organic, recycle, or I'll have a fit.
He's a judgmental hypocrite.
Union entitlements rule. Ban God in school. Smack for junkies. Welfare for flunkies.
Infinite rage, the liberal superhero.
I just care too much. I knew that. Give it to me!
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, yes.
Dick, you dumb shit! Wake up! Wake up! What? Where? Why? How? Me? What the hell were you dreaming about there, soldier? Race cars? Titties? Bacon titties? An idealized vision of the past?
I sure as hell hope so, son, especially the latter.
Now, you get your ass moving! We got to report to the recruitment kiosk at the mall!
Say, ain't this beautiful?
It is beautiful, son. About the most goddamn beautiful thing I ever seen. You see, it's what we spent all these months and years fighting for. Freedom. I'm speaking of the freedom to buy lots of plastic rack crap made in foreign countries by adorable slant-eyed kids in sweatshops. Crap that breaks and is instantly out of date, and the very act of buying it makes us feel inadequate.
so you don't create any more mouths to feed. Pornography. Water purifier so you can drink your own urine. And cyanide pills so you can go out like a man. When a million zombies come running over the hill, you'll be really pissed you didn't buy enough bullets. Don't dial 911, dial 357. Ammunition. Protecting your rights.
He was the brave ranger, and now he's gone. And that's what happens when we get Congress being run by liberals and pseudo-liberals and pseudo-people who hate pseudo-fucking America. Sure, was a buck pirate? Not like one. And anyone who says that Space Rangers won't let queers get shot the line of duty is simply a bigot not living in this here century. But just so we're clear, Straight Boys did an even better job.
But what about reports of innocent people getting caught in crossfire?
Fuck that! That's categorical bullshit, ma'am. What kind of innocent person comes to a frickin' shopping mall? Anyway, that's all I got time for. I gotta go and take it dumb. God bless this country.
Excuse me, Commander. Elena, sorry. If I may, you boys do great out there. You just might be perfect for the new movement brewing.
You know, I think I'm about ready for a movement and I need to do my duty.
For reasons none of us can ever articulate, but it has something to do with them being overeducated and looking down on hardworking people like us. So much so they want to patronize them by giving them opportunity.
And how? It is a terrible shame, ma'am.
Well, all I am saying is you all need to come to a meeting. Now, we will give you some real leaflets to hand out.
Oh, okay. See if I can remember my reading. It says here, do you hate foreigners? Do you hate progress? Do you hate giving money to people who's doing nothing to deserve it? Then you may be perfect for the coffee grinder.
That is right. And with that, it's back to you, Bruce, in the bunker. I mean, studio.
Say what?
Don't worry, don't worry. You are among friends now.
God for that.
Friend.
Public education is socialism.
Well. Just look at all these honest, hard-working folk expressing their God-given views.
Hey, and they're handing out free beers and chicken wings.
Ooh, ah.
But I tell you what, this is my kind of rally right here. Even more fun than that one when we wore them silly hoods. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, y'all boys, shout this, why you'll fit in and feel manly.
Well, thank you, sir.
Who do we hate?
Ourselves!
What are we doing?
Giving tax breaks to the rich!
What do we hate?
Equality!
What are we doing?
Fucking ourselves in the can! Well, I tell you what, this is just great. Everyone's pulling together for the good of the nation.
I am turtling something fierce. I got a pebble poking out.
Yeah, I could use a comfort station as well. That chimichanga's blasting through me at hyperspeed. Ooh-ah.
Man, we's all going to the bathroom together like girls.
Complex scientific theories.
Well, Edmund, this just might work. Yes, Fitzgerald, yes. After our last successful campaign, anything is possible.
And I say to you that what we need is more Christmases and Thanksgiving. I want to get basted. Now, who's with me?
Now we only need to find the perfect patriotic halfwit to run as our coffee grinder candidate for president. Which we will back with $1 billion and take ownership of Congress and the White House and deregulate to our heart's content. You have a heart, brother. You softy.
Oh, my bowels. Oh, where do those assholes go? Man, I'm gonna drop a bomb out my ass that would melt the city into glass.
The Coffee Grinder Party is about turning public schools into shoe factories. And, sir, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? Sir, oh my God!
Isn't that the fellow that tried to assassinate the president, urinated on the First Lady, and blew up the Washington Monument? And now he's literally taking a crap on the United States Capitol. I think we may have found our candidate, brother.
Will the creepy billionaire brothers hatch their evil scheme? Will Dick become the next president of the United States? Will Butch become the First Lady? Find out next time, only on Republicans.
Don't miss the next episode of Organ Farm, where contestants abduct illegal immigrants to get the life-saving transplant they need. It's heartwarming reality TV. Organ Farm, Thursdays on Weasel. Give the 99% what they really deserve. Avarice. Something to aspire to. The new Serrano. Luxury reasserted.
Nothingness so pristine it's as far as the eye can see. Imagine being at the beach every day, but this beach is 400 miles wide and there's no water. Imagine the peace and tranquility of a place utterly devoid of life, like living on the moon, but with snakes. For millions of years, people lived where the water was, until now. The Grand Sonora Desert. Come live where there's nothing there.
In 1950, the first Up and Atom restaurant opened. Life was simpler then. The 50s were a sacred time for our nation. Good, clean food, happy, homogenous people, and well-segregated communities. An enemy we understood and could control with the threat of nuclear apocalypse. Such was the excitement of the atomic age. That can-do American spirit is in our DNA at Up and Atom. We invented the triple burger, the 10-slice of bacon triple cheese melt, and extra creamy jumbo shake. And of course, the legendary two-way speaker box for people that are too lazy to get out of their cars to eat. We don't succumb to trendy health fads. At Up and Atom, we've kept many of the same menu items. We still serve up all of your weekly saturated fat, salt, and sugar needs in one convenient setting. Up and Atom, food from when we were morally superior.
Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force!
We're reclaiming the rainbow!
Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force, the upper middle class superhero team that protects your innocence any way they can. They are Tallulah, Sebastian Caden, Zoe, Quota, and Dirk.
We don't tolerate different.
We're heterosexual overdance!
Yeah! Fighting evil in multicolored skin, tight car off suspended. Pow! I'm happy to wait.
I don't even need to masturbate.
I did it all on the face of justice. Sex is bad.
And violence is good.
Gonna save the neighborhood
From sex. Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force.
And what does science teach us that caused the dinosaurs to go extinct, Tallulah?
A giant meteor?
No, not a giant meteor. Sebastian Caden?
A huge flood?
That's right, Sebastian. A giant flood that in fact destroyed the dinosaurs and the Romans. Now, we as a civilization face an equally devastating threat from the environment. Now, what is that threat? Quota.
Climate change?
Correct, climate change. Ergo, a dangerous change in our moral climate that makes us stop caring about the terrible menace that will alter the future of civilization as we know it. Yes, I am talking about a football game. Now, this weekend's big game against our arch rivals, Wickenburg Canyon High. These are evil, evil people that must be stopped.
Now, next week we'll move on to the insect family and the important role abstinence plays in their survival. You see, family is important, people, and everyone in this school is like family. And that's why we don't sleep with each other, as incest is just icky.
Mr. Hitzman, did you really mean what you said?
Oh, yes. Crickets do talk, and they love waiting for that special person to make baby crickets with in a creative and loving way. Now, one day, when I've mastered my inappropriate longings, I hope to meet an understanding Mrs. Hitzman and have some little baby Hitzmans running around. We'd probably get a Manny to play with them and help out around the house a bit. Perhaps he would be a strapping German boy with brown shirt and big muscles and an enigmatic laugh that said more than words ever could. And then in summertime, he'd work topless, his Aryan sweat producing a glimmering sheen off his sizable...
No, about the end of the world.
Oh, yes, of course, but you guys are going to stop it. Observe Wickenburg Canyon High, state-funded.
Oh my God, ew!
There are some very dark things going on there in the name of so-called science. In fact, our recent intel tells us they are harvesting souls. That's right. Millions of little souls called stem cells. Now, Team Stem Cells are harvested from a pregnant woman's belly button near that smelly, disgusting hole thing they have down there.
Is that called a vagina?
Yuck! Don't even say it! I believe the male member is much more elegant and surprising. Why, one time, I was playing a game of sword fights with my elder...
Sir, about saving the world?
Yes, we have to stop them. You see, they want to build a mutant army and give people extra arms and legs so they can win at football and fondle your wives and daughters at the same time.
Really?
Really! Hey, where's Dirk?
Hey, team! Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force, yeah!
Dirk?
Oh, yeah, sorry I'm tardy. I'm just so full of school spirit, you know? Parvenu Hills rules, woo!
That's okay, Dirk. You're good at sports, so we turn a collective blind eye to your remedial level reading skills.
I can't read.
I know you can't. Lack of basic manners, mistreatment of classmates, and the fact that you're 25 years old and have yet to come close to graduating.
Oh, thank you, Hillary. I mean, Mr. Hitzman.
Yes, I was just telling the team about some of the terrible stuff that's been going on at Wickenburg.
Wickenburg can suck my nutsack, them boners!
Really? Can they? I mean, that won't be necessary, Dirk. Unless it would save America.
Now that would be controversial.
Maybe we should teach the controversy, Sebastian.
Atheists don't like that, sir. They like to present unproven theories made up by degenerates and transsexuals wearing dresses they call lab coats as if they're facts. Just like the fact that America is God's own country and our destiny is made manifest just like the earlier settlers did when they gave smallpox to the heathens so they could meet God quicker.
Very good, Quota.
Thank you, sir. I hope to one day be elected president, but based on my ability and integrity, not some liberal agenda which loves Muslims.
What a nice, noble, kind ambition. Although I hope to high hell it never comes true.
Me too, sir. I think I'll stick to basketball and making people feel uncomfortable when I talk to their daughter. I still don't have a date for the prom.
Oh, that's my boy. And I do mean boy in the most non-offensive way possible. Now, back to Wickenburg. I need you to do some reconnaissance. Listen closely. Here's what I'm thinking.
Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force! Kung Fu Laser Rainbow Force!
No! Reconnaissance! Go in your school clothes and report back.
Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force!
Oh my God, it's like a bomb went off. I know.
These people only have one home. How repulsive.
I imagine some of them share toilets. The very idea of putting my bottom where someone else's bottom has been. Ew, 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 ew.
Hey, knock it off. We gotta keep an eye out for the enemy.
I ain't scared of them. Handout kids and pregnant girls. They could clean my butthole.
Game? Louisa, what are you doing here?
Who's she?
One of our house cleaners.
This is where I live.
Here? This slum?
This is a nice neighborhood. Besides, you only pay me $15,000 a year.
Now, Louisa, shame-o on you-o. Don't go asking for handouts. My family has worked hard for what they've got. Why don't you take the rest of the week off without pay and think about this little incident?
You're terrible!
Why do you say that?
You should have just fired her on the spot. Giving her time off, she'll do what all poor people do. Abuse drugs and have another kid. And I mean that compassionately.
Oh my god! Look at that! Mortal sin at 3 o'clock.
Hey! Stop right there!
What's your problem?
We're heterosexual virgins, and you're our problem!
What? Why?
Don't push your luck, kid. I know how it goes. You start by holding her hands. Then it's a trip up and down the bases, fingering the tush. Then you fire off a big home run, and before you know it, you got a kid on your hands who's gonna live his whole life in prison.
Yeah, spending my parents' tax dollars.
We were only holding hands.
I bet you smoke pot. Poor people love the pot.
No, I have asthma, thank you.
I bet you pleasure yourself.
Sometimes, but what's that?
And what's this?
Pornography! Ah, amputee pornography!
That is a statue from the museum from the Renaissance. What are you talking about?
You fool! Museums are the worst. Subsidized dens of sin, leading people astray. My father says we should stop subsidizing decadent culture and start supporting things that really matter. Like the oil industry.
I think we already do that.
Shut up, pervert! He wants to chop your arms off and have sexual intercourse with you.
We have pledged to wait, and your indecency has just offended these lovely, impressionable girls.
Yeah!
I'm just a teenage boy.
You're a degenerate.
You're a dickhead.
Say that again.
We were only holding hands, but we have made out once.
No!
Look, I don't want a kid yet, and I have masturbated. So what? You are dickheads.
Kung Fu Rainbow Laser Force! He was leading you astray!
And we saved you from a life of vice.
And prostitution and picking up cigarette butts looking for a fix.
If she isn't a streetwalker already.
Are you?
What?
Thanks. Appreciate it.